the Honorable Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea, James Marape, Ministers of State, High Commissioners, esteemed representatives from the government, private and public sectors, industry colleagues, international participants, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity to share our experiences of operating in Papua New Guinea and how the power of partnerships with government, communities, and other partners are creating positive impacts at the present and beyond our projects. Slide 2, just on the disclaimer. I would like to begin by providing a brief history of the company's origins, as I believe it is important precursor to highlight our deep commitment to PNG in our local communities. Allsets commenced its exploration efforts in 1929, and despite some encouragement and early gas finds in the 1950s and 1960s in the Gulf areas, it was the opening up of the Highlands Fault Belt in the 60s and 70s that led to initially gas and then oil discoveries in the 1980s at Heights, Kutubu, Angore, Southeast Mananda, and Penyang, where large helicopters were introduced to allow access into the remote highlands. Oil production operated by Chevron commenced in 1992, and further discoveries at Gobe and then Moran were commercialized through the early mid-1990s. The Elk Antelope gas discovery was made in the early 2000s, and of course the sector has seen the development of the PNG LNG project, which began production in 2014 ahead of schedule. As many of you know, operating in PNG's challenging terrain is not an easy task. For Allsets, it took more than 60 years to generate revenue from its exploration and development efforts. However, the last 30 years has seen the company grow into a significant oil and gas producer and exporter, and we remain unwavering in our commitment in generating shared value for all our stakeholders. In my presentation, I will touch on a few core initiatives for shared value for us as a company. We know we cannot operate successfully if we do not earn and maintain the trust and support of local communities and other key stakeholders. In close consultation with the communities, including government and business partners, we identify areas where we can make a meaningful contribution through initiatives in health and education and supporting local business and improving local infrastructure. Our investment in PNG goes much further than straight taxes, royalties, and development levies. In 2020, we contributed $455 million to socio-economic contributions in PNG. This includes payments to PNG employees, government, landowner and supplier companies, shareholders, and community investments. We also publish what we pay through the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. Why do we go to these efforts? It is good for business, providing improved stability in operational areas. It is the right thing to do, and we are uniquely placed to have meaningful impact. It is expected both by society and our employees, with the company's social conscience of heart often being cited as a key reason why people like working at Allsets. In summary, Allsets' approach includes commitment to open and transparent engagement with government, landowners, NGOs, and other service providers, seeking positive impact of our sustainable development activities, getting the balance right, support of landowner or community core interests, such as health and education, and long-term approach to cooperative local business development. All our projects provide shared opportunities to our local landowner companies. Work carried out by our landowner companies is fundamental to our ongoing operating success and project stability. This work provides employment and skills training to many thousands of people who live within the communities where we operate. Allsets alone paid $700 million or 2 billion kina in contracts to landowner companies between 2010 to 2020. Successful interaction with our land costs provide a bridge to our community groups in providing not just revenues and employment, but also a tool for respect, communications, and engagement with our people, including the youth in the community. Recently, we also provided technical support towards an innovative community piggery enterprise known as Wonderland Agri-Stock Limited. The enterprise is owned by 5 key landowner companies in our operating areas and aims to build a local economy, improve local community accessibility to agriculture markets, and expand income opportunities. A form of collaborative partnership has been the government's General Infrastructure Tax Credit Scheme and National Infrastructure Tax Credit Scheme, which allows resource companies such as Allsets to design, deliver, and complete projects more effectively for PNG communities in lieu of an equivalent direct tax payment to the PNG government. Engagements of landowner companies, local labor, and material vendors enables maximum benefit for local communities. It also improves capabilities of local contractors and facilitate better outcomes in safety, skills transfer, and training. The delivery of social value is embedded in our business strategy. Part of our DNA is built on the right thing to do, but also a real community development program that addresses the challenges in the communities in which we work and the social stresses that can lead to project disruption. Our sustainability planning process starts with the end in mind of building towards a future sustainable state for landowner communities. This includes active multi-stakeholder approach and strategic engagement. As a key player in PNG's oil and gas industry, Allsets believes that proactive participation in the development of the country by corporate sector is not only needed, but an obligation. It is the right thing to do. Being committed to sustainable development is an important part of maintaining our social license to operate, by playing a vital role in the economic and social development of PNG. Our sustainable development programs help to maintain operating stability while improving development outcomes for the people of PNG. In 2015, we formed the Allsets Foundation from the Allsets Health Foundation to promote improved health services, education, youth, and women's empowerment and protection in our project impact areas. Shared value creation is a powerful way to achieve socioeconomic outcomes. Through the work of the Allsets Foundation, our strategic partnerships play a key role in providing practical solutions to development challenges in PNG. Over the past 6 years, the foundation has administered over 1.2 million vaccinations. We have also helped 5,000 survivors of family and sexual violence gain access to health care, justice, and accommodation. This slide shows our COVID-19 response efforts by Allsets and the Allsets Foundation through our partnerships with government and the provincial health authorities. We are able to reach targeted populations and boost COVID-19 vaccine update. Also with the provincial health authorities, we also, through the foundation, we support the Hela Provincial Health Authority, Southern Highlands Health Authority, and recently the Gulf Provincial Health Authority. In conclusion, a shared understanding of all stakeholder requirements is needed, and for any project to succeed anywhere in the world, including here in Papua New Guinea, they must address important social and economic issues, including provision of gas for local industry development, including power. Local participation is continued and ongoing related businesses, and more transparent benefits and distribution. This includes proper engagement with government. Without partnerships, genuine partnerships, balance of rewards, and delivery of this vision of no one being left behind, the sector will be unsustainable. Thank you very much for listening to me and for sharing this presentation with you. Thank you. Have a good, safe rest of the conference.